Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick's NASCAR Cup career is often scrutinized because of the immense hype and sportsmanship that she brought to the sport versus the modest results that she achieved. Patrick ran 191 Cup races from 2012 through 2018, recording 0 wins, 0 top 5 finishes, 7 top 10 finishes, and 1 pole. Her best finish in a Cup race was 6th place, achieved at Atlanta in 2014, and she also notched an 8th place in the 2013 Daytona 500, which set a record for the highest finish by a woman in that event. Danica's lone pole came in the 2013 Daytona 500, where she became the first female driver to earn a Cup Series pole position. However, that breakthrough start didn't translate into a win. She led laps and finished a solid 8th in that Daytona 500. Over the next 5 seasons, Patrick's average finish plateaued around 23rd, 24th, and she struggled with consistency in crashes. She DNF'd roughly 30 races in her 191 starts, often due to accidents. Expectations versus results. The expectations for Danica were sky high. As a former IndyCar race winner and mainstream celebrity, she entered the Cup in 2012 with heavy media coverage and sponsorship from GoDaddy. Stewart-Haas Racing signed her to drive the number 10 car full-time from 2013, a ride that was capable of winning races. Her teammates Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick won championships during her tenure. Despite this, Patrick never finished better than 24th in the season standings and failed to score a single top 5 finish in 5 full seasons. The contrast between the quality of equipment, SHR was top tier, and the team even gave her veteran crew chiefs, and her results were stark. While she occasionally showed flashes, for example a strong 4th place finish at Kansas in 2014 before a late fade, and competitive speed at short tracks like Bristol, those moments were rare. More often, she ran mid-pack. Several factors contributed to the underwhelming results. Let's look at them one by one. Experience and adaptation. Coming from IndyCar, Danica had to adapt to heavier stock cars and never seemed to fully get comfortable with the nuances of racecraft in NASCAR's top level. Pressure. The spotlight on her every move was intense, which some analysts believe may have hampered her on-track performance. She also faced criticism from peers for some on-track incidents, which affected her reputation. Longevity. Patrick raced full-time from 2012 to 2017, longer than many doubters initially expected, and made a farewell start at the 2018 Daytona 500. By the end of 2017, with results stagnant and sponsorship waning, she stepped away from NASCAR. Career reputation. Danica Patrick remains a polarizing figure. On one hand, she broke barriers. She was the first woman to lead laps in the Daytona 500 and Indy 500, the first to secure a Cup pole, and brought new fans to the sport. On the other hand, in pure performance terms, she's often cited amongst the worst Cup drivers in modern times relative to her equipment. With 0 wins and only 7 top 10s in 191 starts, Patrick's stats resemble those of a backmarker, not a star. Many expected at least moderate success, but she never became a frontrunner, cementing her status as a driver long on fame and effort, but short on Cup Series results. Cody Ware. Cody Ware was struggling through his Cup Series career of 133 starts without a win or a significant result. Driving for his family's Rick Ware Racing, Ware's average finish is a lowly 29.8th place. He managed only 1 top 5, a Daytona Superspeedway fluke, and 2 top 10 finishes in those starts. Ware frequently ran multiple laps down and failed to finish 34 races, DNFs, due to crashes or mechanical issues. His best season in points was 32nd in 2022. Overall, Ware's statistics underscored backmarker level performance, falling far short of victory lane and marking him as one of the Cup Series' least competitive regulars. Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst is a young driver whose early Cup Series results have been underwhelming. As of 2025, Herbst has fewer than 10 Cup starts and no wins, top 5s or top 10s to show for it. In 2023, he debuted with a 10th place finish in the Daytona 500, but consistency has been very lacking. Now running full-time, Herbst holds an average finish in the mid-20s, about 26.3 in 2025, and has 0 laps led in points races. Despite backing from Monster Energy and time in top-tier Xfinity equipment, he's yet to live up to the expectations. His Cup tenure so far has been marked by finishes in the back half of the field and a failure to capitalize on the quality machinery occasionally at his disposal. Cole Custer. Cole Custer's Cup Series tenure is considered a disappointment given his elite team ride. Over 144 Cup starts, mostly with powerhouse Stewart-Haas Racing, Custer only earned 1 win and 14 top 10 finishes. His lone victory at Kentucky in 2020 was a surprise rookie highlight. Beyond that, Custer's performance stagnated. He He holds a mediocre career average finish of 21.5th place and only 3 top 5 results. He recorded 21 DNFs in those starts, indicative of frequent poor runs or crashes. Custer's best season points ranking was 16th as a rookie in 2020, after which he regressed. Given the championship caliber equipment that he had, Custer's lack of consistency and failure to contend for wins led to his demotion back to the Xfinity Series, cementing his status as an underachiever in Cup. Bodine. Brett Bodine amassed 480 Cup Series starts but managed just 1 victory in 1990. Racing from 1986 to 2003, Bodine often ran mid-pack despite stints with competitive teams. He logged 16 top 5 and 61 top 10 finishes in his long career. Bodine's average result was a subpar 23.5th place, and he failed to finish 92 races, DNFs, due to various issues. His best year in the standings was 1990 when he placed 12th in points. Otherwise, he never cracked the top 15 in the final standings. Considering his equipment, at times inheriting rides from championship teams, Bodine underdelivered. Aside from the lone win, a controversial one at the 1990 First Union 400 at North Wilkesboro, his career is defined by its longevity rather than standout performance, marking him as one of the least accomplished long-term drivers. Stricklin. Stricklin made 328 Cup starts from 1987 to 2002 without ever visiting victory lane. He notched 8 top 5s and 29 top 10 finishes in that span, but often struggled for relevance in races. Stricklin's average finish was a mediocre 24.4th place, and he recorded 83 DNFs during his career. A member of the Alabama gang by marriage, Stricklin had opportunities with solid teams, including Junior Johnson and Bobby Allison's operations, yet failed to capitalize. His best season was 1991 when he finished 16th in points and scored a runner-up finish in a race. Ultimately, Stricklin's career results fell short of expectations as he could never really turn decent equipment into a win, placing him amongst the sport's winless veterans. Trickle. Despite a legendary short-track career, Trickle's Cup Series stats earn him infamy amongst underperformers. In 303 Cup starts, Trickle scored 0 wins, 15 top 5s, and 36 top 10 finishes. His average finish was 24.2nd, reflecting his typical run in the middle or back of the pack. Trickle also recorded 98 DNFs, often due to equipment failures or wrecks. He won the 1989 Cup Rookie of the Year award at age 48, a testament to his persistence, but never contended for a race victory at the Cup level. Trickle's best point standing was 17th that same year, 1989, and he never led a significant number of laps in Cup competition. Renowned on the short tracks, Trickle couldn't translate that success to NASCAR's top series, making him one of the most accomplished drivers never to win a Cup race. Wallace. Kenny Wallace's Cup career, spanning 344 starts, yielded no wins and 27 top 10 finishes, often in mid-tier rides. Wallace had flashes of competitiveness but fell short of victory. He earned 6 top 5 finishes, most memorably a runner-up at Talladega in 2000, pushing Dale Earnhardt to win in a photo finish. Wallace's career average finish was a subpar 25.9th place, and he had 77 DNFs in Cup competition. While he was a star in the Xfinity Series, 9 wins and multiple Most Popular Driver awards, Kenny never cracked the top 20 in Cup points, peaking at 22nd in 1999. Given the sporadic chances that he had in quality equipment, example filling in for injured drivers on elite teams, Wallace's inability to reach victory lane cements his place amongst the underperforming Cup veterans. J.D. McDuffie. J.D. McDuffie is a poignant symbol of persistent underperformance in NASCAR. He made a record 653 Cup starts without a win, the most in history. An independent owner driver from 1963 until his death in 1991, McDuffie operated with meager resources. He collected 106 top 10 finishes and a single pole position in his career, with a best race result of 3rd place, achieved twice in 1971. Notably, McDuffie never finished a race on the lead lap in all those starts, underscoring chronic underfunding and lack of race pace. He also held the record for most last-place finishes, 32 at one time. McDuffie's best points finish was a modest 17th in 1969, and he was mostly a field filler who survived races to pick up attrition-based finishes. His dedication was admirable, but the performance metrics, 0 wins in 27 years, average finishes typically in the 20s or 30s, and frequent DNFs solidified McDuffie as one of the worst performers ever in Cup, statistically speaking at least. Mast. Rick Mast had a lengthy 15-year Cup career, 1988 up to 2002, without a single victory to his name. In 364 starts, Mast recorded 7 top 5s and 36 top 10 finishes. He's perhaps best known for winning the pole at the inaugural 1994 Brickyard 400, but in races he generally ran mid-pack. Mast's best points result was 18th, achieved twice, and he never mounted a serious win challenge. His average finish hovered in the low 20s. Mast did grab 4 pole positions, indicating 1 lap speed on occasion. However, in race trim, he lacked the results to capitalize on those starts. Driving for multiple teams, most successfully for Richard Jackson's outfit in the early 90s, Mast managed consistency, at one point finishing 36 races in a row, but not excellence. With 364 tries and no wins, Rick Mast is firmly amongst the best drivers never to win, a distinction that also lands him on lists of underperforming Cup veterans by the numbers. Mike Skinner. Mike Skinner's Cup Series career is a case of unfulfilled promise. In 286 starts in the Cup Series, Skinner had 0 wins, 10 top 5 finishes, and 39 top 10s. A former Truck Series champion, 1995, with ample talent, Skinner excelled in lower series but never broke through in the Cup. He spent his prime years, 1997 to 2001, with Richard Childress Racing, even earning the 1997 Rookie of the Year title and a career-best 10th in points in 1999. However, despite competitive RCR equipment and 6 pole positions in Cup, Skinner could do no better than a few runner-up finishes, his best result being second at Talladega. His average finish was around 26th over his career, dragged down by later years in subpar rides. Skinner also had 59 DNFs, roughly 20% of his starts, due to crashes or failures. While dominant in the Truck Series, with 28 wins, Skinner's inability to reach victory lane in Cup, even with elite cars early on, cements his legacy as a driver who underachieved at NASCAR's top level. Dave Blaney. Dave Blaney made 473 Cup starts from 1992 to 2014 without ever securing a win. A champion sprint car driver, Blaney had high expectations but managed just 4 top 5s and 28 top 10 finishes in Cup competition. His best race result was 3rd place, which he achieved twice in 2003, and he came agonizingly close to victory on several occasions. Notably, Blaney led the 2012 Daytona 500 during a red flag delay and would have been declared the winner had the race been called off. But once the race resumed, he faded back to 15th, emblematic of his luck. Blaney's average finish was around the mid-20s, and he never ranked higher than 19th in the final points. He also endured over 60 DNFs in his career. Despite runs in quality rides, Richard Childress Racing's number 7 and Bill Davis's Racing number 22, Blaney couldn't close out a win. His lengthy winless career, marked by near misses and underperformance relative to his dirt track pedigree, places him amongst the Cup Series' most notorious non-winners. Buddy Arrington. Buddy Arrington was a perpetual underdog in NASCAR's Cup ranks, famously going 0 for 560 in career starts. An independent owner driver from 1964 through 1988, Arrington never had factory-level equipment, yet still amassed 15 top 5s and 103 top 10 finishes by attrition and consistency. He scored a pair of 3rd-place race finishes as his career best outcomes, Nashville in 1965 and Talladega in 1979. Arrington's highest point standing was an impressive 7th in 1982, achieved through reliability and top 20 finishes in an era of attrition. Notably, like fellow independent J.D. McDuffie, Arrington never finished a race on the lead lap despite his 560 attempts. He recorded 32 DNFs that were last-place finishes, indicative of his struggles. Despite running mostly older Mopar equipment and operating on a shoestring budget, he managed to finish top 10 in points twice in the early 1980s. Still, the absence of a victory over such a long career solidifies Buddy Arrington's legacy as one of the least statistically successful drivers in Cup history, exemplifying the hard-luck, low-budget racers of his era. But who is the worst driver according to you? Tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching the NASCAR Explainer, and be sure to subscribe for more videos.